right, it is time for another little episode of Slams and Jams for the love of pro wrestling and rock and roll. And we are doing yet another, unfortunately, we're doing another special episode because this one here is to pay tribute to the Hulkster. As you can tell, you see the Hulkster up in the back over there, up in the on Bill's screen. You see it up here on mine. Ed's got all that wonderful display in the front. I am Bombshell Billy.
I am Eddie Carpenter.
And we are joined this week by one of my besties, one of my bros, Bill Ali. And I've known Bill for decades. And as long as I've known Bill, he's been a Hulkamaniac. Brother.
Oh, yeah. All the way.
So as soon as
this was like the first death that really kind of, like, I stopped for a minute, you know?
Right. I couldn't believe it. My son, Nick, called me.
Yeah.
And he's like, you never know, because you know something bad's coming next when he calls. I'm like, hey, what's up? He goes, did you hear? And I'm like, oh, God. What?
The worst words to start.
What?
Yeah.
What? You know? So, and then he told me, I'm like, holy shit. I was shook. I was on my way up to our friend's camp, and like the whole day was kind of like just fucking blurry to me. It was weird.
It's sad, man. Like,
it is.
Sitting in my office, and I got the text, and my first thought immediately was one of my coworkers, biggest Hogan fan, wears the Hulkster shirt. He's got the yellow one, he's got the red one, he wears it all the time in the office, and he's sitting kitty corner from me,
Mark,
and he's training someone, and I'm just staring at him like he doesn't know, and
you're like,
be the one that
I don't know how to tell him. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, and as soon as I walked over to him, he's looking at his phone. He looked up at me, and his eyes are just glazed over. I'm like, bro. He's like, yeah, it's a shitty day. He's a big guy. He's a tough dude.
Yeah.
He walked away, and he came back, and his eyes are, pretty bloodshot. And I was like, man, he had to go have a cry. Like, it was sad, man. Very sad.
Well,
yeah, I stopped. I was down here, and I got the text from Ron, our text thread that we have with our buddy Ronnie.
Yep.
And I was down here getting ready to edit my stuff, which was a good time because I got to edit a little tribute into the show before it went to
almost in real
to air.
Man.
So yeah.
You know that Gary Allen song, Bill? When tough little boys grow up to be Hulkamaniacs, they turn into big babies again.
That's right.
There it is. So yeah, let's talk about. I mean, on the show here, we talk about. It's more, we kind of give it like a personal feel, like some of our personal thoughts, like a personal thoughts, opinions on stuff. There's enough sites, places that are, out there probably, reporting on everything that happened. As far as I'm concerned, this is going to be a positive show. Nobody's perfect in this world. And for the people that are out there crapping on somebody because they died, they just need to take a step back and check themselves, because again, nobody's perfect. Everybody's done something. This isn't technically one of our Thirsty Thursday shows, but in honor of the Hulkster, it's the closest I can get. I'm drinking not your brother's root beer, not your brother's root beer.
Has anybody had the beer yet? I haven't.
I have.
Well,
it's your typical light beer.
Let's interview Ed's mom. She loves it. Mom loves it.
Yeah.
Well, he got it. He hated it. He goes, let's give it to mom. She goes, oh, she loved it. I'm like, perfect. It didn't go to waste.
But after mom liked it, then I liked it. So it was.
Did you go?
Do you like the Stone Cold beer?
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, I got to drink.
Yeah, I don't mind that one at all. I don't mind that one.
One can at a time, maybe. It's got some potency to it, but it's really good.
Not a big beer person myself, but whatever. I got one the other day. I brought it that day that I found out, the day he passed. We were on our way to camp. We had made a stop to get ice, and I just happened to look in the cooler. I'm like, there was a tall boy. Real American tall boy. So I grabbed it.
Really? They're around? Oh, you can get it around here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was a single right at Wegmans. There's a single can. I'm like, great.
I'm like-
I'll pay $3 instead of having to buy the whole case and just pass it off to Ed and his mom. I'll just drink the one, bring the one.
You could
I
have
brought it up.
you could have spent $2 more and bought a case though.
I brought it up to
If I didn't live in-
camp. Post for a picture. With the Rip 'em shirt. The
Yeah.
Rip 'em
Oh, yeah,
shirt
that's
that
right.
got
I
from
saw
you.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
No holds barred.
And then Jason drank it. Here you go. Cool beer.
Perfect.
I'm in. So yeah.
I'd leave to go get one tonight, but I live in construction hell here in Cicero.
Yeah, you'd leave and come
Cicero,
back
New York.
next week for our next show.
Right. I'll make it in time for next week.
Like, Bill, what do you? So
I
let's
have,
talk about Hulk Hogan. Bill, we're done with that show. What are you talking about?
I do have this, which I tried to look up on the internet. I couldn't even find a photo of it, but I found photos of other. I guess they did these in series, and I have a Hulk Hogan change. It's a rotating DDH IPA from Warhorse. That was I don't know if you can see that.
Oh wow.
A little dark there, but yeah. I could
seen
not
it
find
before, yeah.
a single photo of it on the internet anywhere because I wanted to see, like what the deal was with it. And
Right.
they had other ones that are out there. Like I got one with the horse wearing like Tupac's bandana, and they got one with like an afro and a paintbrush. But I can't find the Hogan one anywhere. So I'd like to think I've had it for about 8 years. So I'd like to think maybe it's a one of a kind item right now.
Don't open it. It's gonna
Proud
be-
of my Hogan beer.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, I'd never open it.
So
Regardless.
Hulk Hogan, I'll say that Hulk Hogan and Big John Studd were the very first. And as you know, clearly looking at us and Bill, you're also an avid collector. Hulk Hogan and Big John Studd were the very first action figures I ever got. The very first wrestling action figures I ever got. I got other ones before that, I actually have a picture of me holding the figures. I think it might have been I think it was Easter, and I got them both, and I'm holding them up in the picture. I get you that. There it is. Oh, there it is. There's the picture, Ed. There it is. You love when I do that, so you know where to put it. But yeah, and God, you can't even. I mean, if we were doing a show on how many Hulk Hogan figures there were, we'd be here all day and night.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
I just happen to have. Now I got another one along the way, like from a flea market or something. I don't know if this is the OG because there's two, and I just pulled out the one that had the belt on it. There it is. Take a look.
Ooh, the belt with the belt.
Yeah, with the belt. Look how beat up that is, man. Brother.
Wow. Yeah, the belt's very rare.
I'm definitely getting that reissue that's coming out. I don't get a lot of figures anigore, but that one I'm definitely getting.
You're gonna have to catch it in the
They're
store, man.
incredible.
It went on
Once,
presale
yeah.
in Target. And dude, they're only $25.
That's why I was gonna get it.
Like that's insane. And they got
Yeah.
a John Cena and a Logan Paul and a something. They're coming out with a Punk one. I'll get that one. I'm assuming Cody down the line too. I'll get that.
I think I was just gonna get the old guys.
Yeah, and they're coming out with
The
some
replicas of the
Dusty.
Yeah, the Dusty. That he's in the first line too.
Yeah.
nice.
But Hogan, so I hate that everybody's saying that he came 1984, Hulkamania was born. Hulkamania was not born in the WWF. Hulkamania was running wild in the AWA, well before he came to the WWE. That's where he got his major publicity. The Hulkamania, that's where it took off in the AWA, feuding with Nick Bockwinkel. And I think the story goes is that he was there, he was hot, then he got the deal with Rocky 3. And I think that Vern, I think he asked him or told him or asked him or whatever if he could go do it, and Vern said no. So he said, "Okay, I'm out." I think he pretty much took the Rocky 3 deal over that. And wow, that's pretty smart, We all know what happened after that, so.
If someone saw that and said, "Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get hitch my wagon to this."
Yep. Lights out, meatball.
Yeah, I'm a little younger than Billy.
Little.
So it was I'd only first saw him in the WWF early. I remember I was at my grandparents' house, and it was the Saturday night's main event with him and Bundy.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's I might have seen stuff before, but that's my most vivid memory watching Hogan get the avalanche in the corner over and over again on Saturday night's main event.
I remember when I met Bill decades ago, and I'm in his room at his parents' house, and I look over, I'm like, oh, what the hell? You met Hulk Hogan?
Yep.
He had a picture. I'm like, dude,
I tried
the hell?
I tried to find it. It's I still haven't. I
You had it like
have
hanging
so
on your
much
wall.
stuff
It
in
was like,
boxes. Yeah,
son
that I
of a
did. Yeah,
bitch. That's freaking
It's
awesome.
awesome.
the ground round in 7th North Street after the. I think it was the night that Hogan was against the Boss Man in the cage.
Nice.
Okay.
I think it was that night,
Which
might have even been the same night that Strikeforce won the titles.
by the way, is that where he, wait, is that where he
Nah, that was after that. That was later 80s. That was 87. So no, it couldn't have been the same night.
So Boss Man in the cage, was that was
Yeah.
Saturday night's main event, you said?
No, it was
With a house show here.
house show here in
Okay,
Syracuse.
gotcha.
Yeah, that was that. I met him that night at the ground round on 7th.
Because I know there's a match they had, and that might have been one of the ones that they were doing on the circuit to build up for it or whatever. But
Yes.
I think there was a televised match, cage match between them, and I think that Boss Man suplexed Hogan maybe off the top of the cage,
Off the cage.
or not the cage, off the top rope, but still, it was like crazy for guys
Right.
that size. And I remember there was a big.
I think he
Jim
got
Cornette was
handcuffed,
talking
so
about
we
it or
couldn't get
something.
away or something.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, he's such an icon, and I tried to think of like different memories of I can't really say I ever met him, but I did. So I worked with, I think I mentioned this before on other episodes, but I worked with WCW. I worked for their website and I worked for their magazine for a couple years back at the beginning of end of 99, beginning of the 2000s.
So the beginning of the end of the WCW.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. The beginning of the end. And we Patty and I, my boss, we were backstage and we're standing there and just we're there. She's talking to a couple people and we're just like, it was a dream job for me. I'm just hanging out with all these, just marking out, but I didn't mark out. You know, I knew better. I was just like, no. She's like, but then I'm like, I look over, I'm like, oh God. I look at her, she goes, don't. Just don't. And it's Hogan, and I can't remember who he was talking to, but he had the rubber the workout bands there. And he got up there and he's talking to somebody and he's like literally maybe 15 feet away. And I'm just standing there like, because what the hell, you know? And he just happens to look over and I swear to you, he said, how you doing, brother? It sounds so made up and fake, but he literally, how you doing, bro? I'm like, how you doing? And like literally, that was me meeting him and getting a picture with him and talking with him all rolled in one because I was like, he brothered me. I got brothered by the Hulkster.
My buddy Jimmy, he goes down to Florida every year, and he always goes to Hogan's Beach Shop and always takes pictures and he always buys something. And there you go. Yes. And one year they went down and they were just driving around. Him and Mel are driving around. They go to a stop sign or a stoplight, and he looks over, and Hogan is right next to him. And he's like, Mel, is that fucking Hulk Hogan? Is that Hulk Hogan? She's like, oh my God, Jimmy. He's like, and like a typical Mark, just starts like, I'm just gonna see where he goes. So Hogan pulls his car over in front of a house. He goes around the block and comes back. He's like, I'm just going to say hi. So Hogan's pulling groceries. At the house he pulls up to, he's pulling groceries out of his Humvee. And Jimmy just goes, hey, Hulkster. And he's like, hey, how you doing, brother? So this is all on tape. Mel's got this on her phone. And if I can, I'll put it on this episode because it's great to watch. But as they pull away, Jimmy just starts crying. And Mel starts laughing like, are you crying right now? But what makes this great is that's how much of an impact this man has had on people's lives.
Yep.
We're just to hear those those words, you know, how you doing, brother? Like that made his whole day and his whole life. The Hulk Hogan actually got to speak to him, you know.
Yep. Absolutely.
Listen to
So-
the Bischoff program, 83 weeks
Yeah.
that he had for
Yeah.
the Hulkster. And he said that he always, it didn't matter where Hulk Hogan was or what he was doing, he always stopped and he never brushed anybody off.
Yep.
You know, even if it was like a second, he'd always take time with people.
Absolutely.
I was driving into the beach house one day and he was walking out the door. There was nobody around. It wasn't a public signing. He must have been there to just sign some stuff and get out of there. It was like 11 o'clock in the morning. And like there's 3 people in the parking lot. And I just missed it to where I could have gotten out of the car and gotten a picture or whatever. But
Right.
like there's 3 people in the parking lot that could have went in and spent $150 on a autograph, but he's sitting out in the parking lot.
Yeah, and
Real quick. It was real quick.
He woulda, you know.
Yeah. It was real quick. It wasn't like he was sitting there forever. He did it and, you know, thumbs up, got in his big truck and left.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. It's weird that I watched the beginning part of that, or maybe it was like a clip of the part where Eric was started talking about when he found out and everything.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know. He found out he found out on TV.
Yep.
He knew he was
Yeah,
sick.
got back
and
to
he
his
was,
room.
Yeah, and he was calling for updates, and everybody was saying, "Oh, blah, blah, blah," and he turned on the news, and it was on there. I'm like, dude, that's like one of his best friends. How's he not know? You know? So that was weird. And then he broke down. I'm like, all right, I gotta stop watching. You know,
Has there been any info on a memorial or anything yet?
I don't think
His
so.
service?
I think I don't know if you saw, Bill, but they did the 10 bell salute on SmackDown.
I saw
the
that.
next night,
Yeah.
and then they did the one on Raw. Did you
Monday.
see that as well?
Last night. I heard about it. I didn't see it.
Yeah, they had the first night on SmackDown. They had Duggan, Slaughter, Jimmy Hart, I can't remember who else. Ted DiBiase.
Ted DiBiase.
Yep. And then last night, well, it's last night as we record this on Raw, they had Nick, his son was there, and Eric Bischoff.
Yeah,
Was there. So that was
Nick
was
and his
classy.
wife too.
Yeah. That was classy that they did that. It's weird that it's weird, but not. But haven't heard anything from. I wonder if Brooke will say anything. She's been estranged.
Yeah,
from
she
both
said.
of her
She said
parents
she.
for
She said she
years.
took her name out of the will. It was in the news today.
Wow,
I did see
that's crazy.
which, you know, it this is like going to be typical, I think, from here on out as far as social media goes. But I saw this someone made a thing with Brooke, and it was like an AI voiceover of saying how awful of a human being her father, and it was clearly AI voiceover
Yeah,
thing.
that's shitty.
And I'm like, you know, like times like these, you know, when people stoop to those kind of levels really annoyed me.
Right.
I mean, but
This is the way I look at it. Right now, let's celebrate Hulk Hogan. We can worry about Terry Bollea later.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up because I don't know if you guys heard what Mark Henry had to say about this, but I wanted to
Absolutely.
read this because
I
this
didn't
was
hear
one of the most, you know, incredible thing. We all know his, you know, history with Hogan and everything, and you know, but Mark's quote was his place on Mount Rushmore, I think, is concrete. I've never heard somebody say, "Oh yeah, my Mount Rushmore," and Hulk Hogan wasn't on it. I feel like some of the people out there have this bias, or they want to delve into the negativity of Hogan's life. Not going to do it, guys. It's a celebration of his life and what he gave to the sport. Hogan gave probably the most important thing that any wrestler can give to our sport and to our business. He made it better. He made the whole world know about the sport, and particularly didn't even watch, or those that didn't even watch wrestling. That's the mark of somebody that I feel like is a great beacon and a great stalwart for our industry. And he said that on Busted Open Radio, and I couldn't have summed it up any better.
Good for him,
Yep.
man. That's good. And it's I lost my thought. Oh, I know. When and we haven't even mentioned, but how weird is it that within 2 days we lost 2 icons? One in the music
Huge.
industry, huge icons. I
Yeah.
saw earlier today.
Like innovators.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. I saw earlier
Pioneers
today.
of everything.
Someone posted a picture of the 2000, and it was this way because of the pandemic and everything. It was the 2020-2021 Hall of Fame. It
Right.
was the shirt from the event, and Hogan and Ozzy are both on it because they both got nominated. Or they both got inducted that year. So I'm like,
Wow.
okay, that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
But we talked about this. We did I don't know, Bill, if you saw or heard about it. Me, Ed, and Ed, Bob, and I'll be proper English. We did an Ozzy tribute show last week. And
Nice.
we quoted that day that it happened. I reached out to Ed. We were talking back and forth, and we were listening to Ozzy's Boneyard, and one of the callers came in and talked to Jose on the air, and he said Ozzy was our Elvis. And I'm like, wow, that's fucking, that hits hard right there, because that makes
for the
sense.
metal. Yeah,
That
yeah,
makes a lot of sense. So I remember him saying that, and then a couple days later, Hulk Hogan passes, and I'm like, Hulk Hogan wasn't the anybody of anybody. If anything, anyone after him was the Hulk Hogan. You know what I mean? He was the bar. He was the bar. And no one's ever gotten to it, nor will they ever. Whether it's Steve Austin or The Rock or Cody or Punk, anybody. Cena, none of them. They're big names. But no one's a household name more than Hulk Hogan.
I mean, everything.
Mother, father, grandfather, uncle, aunt, kid, everyone knew Hulk Hogan.
And he was in on everything: toys, merchandise, music, everything. And he was the first to do. Who was the first? That there was really no mainstream wrestling toy.
Nope.
In toy stores when those first 5 LJNs came out.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Before I ever saw Hogan in WWF, and we're talking, probably the first time I saw him, I was maybe 6 or 7. I already knew who he was. Mm-hmm. Because you went to the toy aisle, you saw Hulk Hogan. Yep. And just looking at him, you're like, I don't know who he is, but I want him, Or my brother would have wrestling magazines, or his friends would have wrestling magazines, and we see Hogan. I knew who he was before I knew what wrestling was, and before I knew, like, WWF. Like, I knew who Hulk Hogan was. He was like Superman.
This was not the first Hulk Hogan action figure. The Thunderlips action figure. And the Rocky set was the first one.
He had an AWA one too.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's definitely the biggest name in the world of wrestling to pass away. And you both know I'm a huge Flair mark. Way bigger than Flair. Because you could take a survey of 100 people on the street. Do you know who Ric Flair is? A lot of them will say yeah, and they'll go woo.
Even Flair said it in this past few days. He even said it.
Did you hear when he called in on Busted Open?
Yeah.
I haven't.
Everybody's like, was he really emotional and torn up? No. He was.
No, he's hammered.
He was.
Was he?
I'm like, oh my.
Was it the video? Was it the video of?
No, I mean, there may be a video of it, but
there's a video. I've seen a video.
There is a video of it.
Yeah, there's a video.
I was thinking it. I put on the. I pop on either Busted Open or Cornet when I'm in the shower. I'll put it on my Bluetooth speaker so I can. And I'll just I'm in the shower just laughing my ass off, going, "Why? You knowing you're going to be on here? Why would you down like a 6-pack of beer right before you came on?" Big.
I always being a news guy that I am, whenever anything big happens, I want to hear wall-to-wall coverage. So like when Ozzy died, it was tough because radio, especially in the local markets, stink now because everything's voice tracked and phony. PK99, the local, radio station, went wall-to-wall Ozzy with Rick DiUlio, boom. That was great. I was like, what can I watch and I don't have to be interrupted by politics every 10 seconds.
Right.
Busted open radio on Sirius XM Live, man. Jonathan Coachman.
Yep.
He had JR
24/7
on.
now,
It was
man. 24.
awesome, dude. It was so good, and and all the voices are calling in. It was really good.
Yep.
It was really good.
Yeah, LaGreca got right on that, and he's like, all right. Yeah, he just totally wiped away the whole freaking format for the entire day and just took over. It was awesome.
Yeah, and then you see like CNN's got Meltzer, and this,
Yep.
it was big.
Yep.
I don't think I've seen it that big since Benoit incident,
Yeah.
media wise.
All for the totally different. This was a beloved. This was
Yep.
paying respect in a beloved way. That was just a
Yeah.
murder way, I guess. There's no other way to put it.
Man.
The,
sensational.
What do you guys look at a couple notes I put down. My first time ever. I probably still have it somewhere. Lord only knows where it would be. It's how much stuff I have, but the very first time I saw Hulk Hogan live. Do you remember who he wrestled in the very first time he was ever in Syracuse? It was a Superstars of Wrestling taping. He was in like the dark match, but
Killer Khan?
was it Killer Khan or was it?
I think so.
Maybe
I
I
think
think
so.
it might have been Orndorff. I think it might have been Orndorff.
Was that the that wasn't the night that what year are we looking at?
Yeah, because we did discuss Killer Khan wrestling Hogan at the War Memorial. I remember I had the cards.
Because that was the first time.
I don't think that was the first time. I think he wrestled Orndorff. I think it was when Orndorff had just turned on him and they were doing the circuit.
Ah, okay. So
anyways,
WrestleMania.
during that, and his shirt ripped in like a couple pieces, and I got like this big of a piece of his shirt. It was I remember it was a red shirt. It was red with the yellow on it, with the yellow writing on it. He was wearing the red before, and I kept that forever. And I don't think I would have gotten rid of it, but I remember at one point in my life thinking, I mean, I could tell a million people this is Hulk Hogan's shirt, but who's gonna know? You know what I mean? Who's gonna believe me?
Yeah.
But I was like, okay. But it was just like I remember looking, going, wow, I've been a wrestling fan for a long. I've been a wrestling fan since 1980, and I remember, okay, so then it was like what? I was only 6-7 years in, whenever that would have been, but I was like, this is pretty freaking cool. You know what I mean? I thought that was like the peak of my wrestling fandom, like seeing Hulk Hogan live.
Oh yeah, that was
Who knew
that
what
was
would come after that as far as the fandom? But like, yeah, just like crazy. It was a moment back then, 1986, 87. It was a big deal moment then, and look how much he accomplished and did after that. So,
yeah.
Ed, what do you got? What's that?
What was yours, Bill? What was your first time seeing Hogan?
that was the Killer Khan
The Killer Khan.
match.
Was that Killer Khan match? Okay.
Yeah. There was they would come here every 6 months, but he would never come. It would be like once every other year for Hogan, really.
Yeah.
And I remember the first house show that I went to was a month or two after WrestleMania 3, and it was just a return match. The main event was the return match of Steamboat, Macho, and a cage.
Okay.
And then the next time I went was Hogan in Killer Khan, so it'd be late 87, early 88.
Okay. That's you guys both had it way before I did, though. Like I didn't. My first show wasn't until 1990. It was November 20th at the War Memorial. Yeah, and it was Earthquake, Hogan versus Earthquake, in a stretcher match. And Hogan picked up one of those chairs. Remember back in the day, the chairs at the War Memorial, like the actual ones you sat in, they were like the thick cushion, but all metal with a thick. He pulled one of those out and turned it around back. I remember he had it like this and then looked and saw it was cushioned. So he turned it around so it was the back side of it and hit Earthquake like 2 or 3 times on the back.
Sure,
and he just had these scrapes down his back from the metal of that chair hitting him. I'm like, man, like this is the best thing ever, like as a 10-year-old kid,
That makes me laugh because you remember that famous clip they show of Hulk Hogan doing that chair shot and where he's just like tap. I can't remember who he's hitting, but he's like
And WCW, right?
It's like botchamania. It's like, why? Why did you even bother doing that? What do you got up front there, Ed? What do you got for figures there? You got a bunch of your Hasbros, I see.
Yeah. We got the Series 1 Hogan here.
Is that Rip'em?
And,
Is that a custom, bro? Brother?
No,
Sorry.
this actually came
That's the
out
new
with the
ones.
retros.
Oh,
it's a
the
retro.
new retros.
That's right.
Came with Zeus.
Oh, that's right.
And then this is the one that came in that box set there that you showed me this week, Billy.
Yep.
Yep.
And then a couple more from the Hasbro lineup here.
Do you have the bagged one?
I do not, but I do have. I had a buddy of mine who actually made this replica of it.
Must have cool, yeah.
He did a really nice job on this. That was a Christmas gift he gave me, but yeah, maybe someday I'll have the $3,000 to get the
Yeah,
yeah,
it's,
right.
it's one of
the
them.
bagged
It's one of the higher
Maryland.
ones.
Yeah,
One of the higher ones.
Is that big Hogan that you got with the shirt on? Is that all beat up?
yeah, it is. I
Yeah.
believe it's the one that you have right behind you there, Bill. But
It is. Mine's also
my
beat up
old-
to shit.
my old lead guitarist, Zach, he went up into his mom's attic and found this.
Oh shit.
And he told me he had it. He's like, I remember when I was a kid, I had this Hogan, and I played with it all the time. And he went up in his mom's or his grandma's attic, I think he said, and he brought it down, and I went over to his house, and he said, "Man, no one loves wrestling more than you do, and I think you should have it." So
That's awesome.
I have one in the box somewhere.
Really?
It's awesome.
Yeah,
It's such an awesome toyetic
amazing.
freaking.
The plastic has come off the box.
Yeah,
Some
but
plastic's
but the
in
figure
thing,
must
but-
be pristine, man.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, I've got a LJN Iron Sheik that's in the box. But the plastic is just chipping. It's yellow, like almost brown at this point.
Yep.
Just
You see what I got
chipping
right
off
here,
of
Ed?
it.
See that?
It's a Hasbro on card.
Hasbro
Is it?
on card.
Is it this one or is it the
It's the
Series 1?
let me see.
It's the no shirt one, right?
No shirt. Hold on, let me grab
Yeah.
this. I can grab it without knocking shit over. Oh, hold on. Here's the little bendy.
Oh, thumb wrestler.
Thumb wrestler, yeah.
Those are great. Yes.
I knew I was gonna be reaching up for shit. I'm gonna knock stuff over right on the camera. It's awesome. It is. I wish these would say what series they are, and maybe they do. But
Was it Series 9, that one?
I have two of these actually.
Yeah, I want to say that was the last Hogan that they made in the Hasbro lineup.
His face is kind of drawn out a little bit, so it must have been post.
Yeah, sir. Yep.
Post. You better
It's
stop taking
actually-
that stuff.
I think it's actually the Jake the Snake Roberts body. No, it might not be. It's a different arm. They got a different arm on the left side, but I think the rest of it might be.
Nice. Did you guys see the set they came out with last year? The 3-pack?
I almost got it.
Yeah. I grabbed that. This is pretty badass. It's got the obviously the NWO or Hollywood Hogan. It's got the later Hogan, but the first one he's got the blue boots on. So I don't know what that.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, wow. That is
That's
cool.
like a 90. That's like 95 right there,
Pretty badass.
right? Like 95
Oh wait, you know what? In the back, it might tell.
or 85, not
Too
95.
much
80,
to read.
85.
Yeah, because look at the picture that depicts it's
Yeah, that's 85 Hogan right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carrie found one last weekend, and it was would you say 50 or 75 bucks for that 3-pack? $70 for that. Which is a good
I have
deal,
the-
really.
I have defining moments WrestleMania 3 right there.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I actually have all of the WrestleMania 3 main events, the Steamboat, Macho, Andre, and Hogan specific from that event.
I thought
Some of the ones that I kept. I'm not getting rid of everything.
you probably can't see it because it's all right. It's right. Hold on, let me get. It's right there. He's in a 4-pack. He's right there. He's the first one, but it's a 4-pack of Hogan, Rocky Maivia. I just knocked something over behind me. Son of a biscuit. Austin and Becky Lynch, and it's I can't remember what it's called. The series is called, But anyways, the point is, it's Hogan with the American Made T-shirt on, and he's got the green belt. It depicts when he won the title from the Iron Sheik.
Wow.
What's cool,
I gotta get that one.
What's cool about that 4-pack there? I don't know if you know the controversy about it, but it came out Target. It was a Target exclusive. At the top, it says, if you see at the top in the middle, it says the number 60 with the WWE logo over it. And Vince McMahon had them pulled because he said having it say 60 made it look, you know how he is with numbers, how he used to change the numbers to the Roman numerals and all that. He didn't want it to say 60. He had them pull them all. So they recalled them all. And then they came out with the exact same set, except I think at the top it just has the WWE logo. It says "Then Now Forever" or something like that. I have one of each of those. That's the one that says 60 right there. And then I have the other one when they came out with it. Because I wanted to open it, and I'm glad I didn't. I didn't get around because I was busy or lazy or whatever. And then they recalled it. I'm like, well, it's a good thing I didn't open it. I don't know what I'll ever do with it. Probably just keep it. But yeah, that was kind of a cool little thing to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
We got to do our Mount Rushmore.
I collect physical media, and I have for a long time. I got rid of a ton of my WWE DVDs. I'm Blu-ray and up now, but I kept the anthologies, the Hogan anthologies. But you know what's really rare? The Blu-ray version of No Holds Barred is really rare, and the DVD version.
Is it really?
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. Use DVDs, like you can buy DVDs online for like $1 or $2 or $3, $5 maybe.
Right.
The No Holds Barred DVD is like $30 used.
Wow.
And the Blu-ray for the No Holds Barred gets upward to $100.
That's awesome.
Yeah, off topic, but I didn't realize how much. I believe it was WrestleMania 17, possibly 15 or 7. Is it 15? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the first. It's the first or last DVD or something. There's something to do with
I
it.
sold it like really cheap, and the guy's like, "Look, I'll give you 70 for it." I think I sold it for like $20, and I was like, "Nah, it's already sold." And he goes, "You realize what you have?" And I didn't know, but like,
It's like apparently
so
not.
yeah. And I was like, "Well, I have on VHS too. Like, how much does that go?" So I looked it up, and I still haven't sold it. I think I still have it on Mercari, just floating around. I'm like, apparently the DVD was worth more than the VHS of it. But
That's awesome.
off topic, but yeah, I also collect. I got a lot of media, man.
So
we should
you see Ed's wall back there, right, Bill?
Yeah.
You have the full Hasbro collection, Ed?
I have all but 2.
All but 2.
Well, outside of the mailaways, I don't have the mailaways, but I have all.
Is 1, 2, 3 Kid one of them? You have that, or you don't?
1, 2, 3 Kid. I need 1, 2, 3 Kid, and
That's
I need
tough
Evil
one.
Crush, and then I have them all.
Oh wow, Evil Crush.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ludwig Borga is a big one that people have a hard time getting.
Yeah,
Isn't it? Ludwig.
Sam
Dark
Roberts.
Side of the Ring.
Sam Roberts has one, but it's missing a finger. They used to make fun of him on that the whole time on the Major Wrestling Figure podcast. I also have. Hold on. It's a double whammy. I got them in the same holder. A WrestleMania 1 program.
Wow.
And then the famous Sports Illustrated
Ooh.
cover.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
The
Yes.
only
Very
time
nice.
a professional wrestler was on Sports Illustrated.
I also
Yeah,
have
let's do these Mount Rushmores.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do that. You guys go
Why don't you
so I can
start?
think of my other 2.
Start us off, Bill.
I'll start you off.
Yes.
Bruno, Hogan, Austin, The Rock. And how I came up with that.
Okay.
Is each
All
of
right,
those
so
guys changed
we're
the
doing-
business in some way.
Say him again.
Each of those guys changed the business in some way.
Bruno, Austin.
Now,
Hogan,
Bret Hart,
Rock.
great wrestler, really didn't change the business.
He didn't.
other than little guys, but there was no like money wise. The business didn't change.
Who changed?
I think Cena could be the fourth. You know, Cena and The Rock maybe could be interchangeable with those four. But
I agree with that.
so you know, Bruno was your first big superstar. You know, television and media kind of thing, and then Hogan just put it into a new stratosphere.
So
And then
I did my Mount Rushmore on Hogan moments. That's what we were doing.
oh,
But that's
Oh,
okay,
okay.
because I got to tap out already because I only have two because I didn't prepare. But that's okay.
I can do that too.
I'm sure you can pull Hogan moments.
yeah.
But I got to ask you something. I got to ask you something on your Mount Rushmore, and this could very well be our last Slams and Jams after I ask this question. But when you talk about Brett and because of the little guy, was it Brett or was it Sean that made a bigger impact for the little guys?
Well, Sean obviously did.
I'm gonna rewind that and say you're both wrong,
Uh-oh.
and that it would be Randy Savage.
Was he considered a little guy though?
I would have considered him a little guy back at WrestleMania 3 when he wrestled Ricky Steamboat, and had one of the most technical matches of all time. And when I think of little guys, you know, as they say, little guys, I think of the technical wrestlers, the guys that took it to the mat and did that. And I think it started with Savage, and Brett took it from Savage, at least that style, and said, you know, I can do this too.
Everyone talks about that. Everyone talks about that Savage Steamboat match from WrestleMania 3, and they're like, well, you know, it's been said that everything was laid out, and you know, because Savage is known for laying out all the whole match and everything. But like, who cares?
I know.
Who cares? So compare that, lay it all out, and have that match in front of everyone, or watch a John Cena match and have him blatantly call spots throughout the match, like shoulder block, body slam me, move out of the corner. You know, we can hear you, right? We can't see you, but we can hear you. You know, because we can't see you, our other senses are higher.
Can't hear me.
Senses are higher.
I looked at that message wrong, man. That's a good Rushmore. The four Hogan. So it'd have to be obviously. I see. I don't know a lot about before January 23rd, 1984. So I mean, that would probably be the first for me. That, and then Hogan Andre with two.
Well, hold on. We'll go one at a time. All right. So you got your Hogan Andre. Hogan Andre's his first one. If you said the other one, but hold it. We'll say it again. Ed, what do you got?
Well,
hold on. I'll go. It'll be quick. Hogan Andre, okay. WrestleMania 3.
Now you're gonna put me on the spot. Hogan Andre.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 3.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna hit a lot of the same ones.
Are we talking about the match, or are we talking about the body slam? Because the body slam was the moment, but it's the match.
I think the hype, everything was perfect for that. You know, those Pipers.
What a build up. Yep. You're bleeding, man.
93,000. You're bleeding. I have that in my notes. Yeah. He rips his shirt off. He's like, you're bleeding, man. You're bleeding. The 93,000.
And Piper, I get him on. Yes or no?
Yeah. The Seek and Destroy promo from, you know, just before, I don't know if it was a week or two before the match. Just everything that led up to that was, you know, as kid, that was like the greatest thing ever.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The culmination of it with the slam.
And the if you're gonna, these are fan moments. This isn't like I'm an insider sheet listening. This is fan moments. Because
well, it didn't draw 3.4 rating, so we better got shut up.
I thought the greatest thing in the world as a kid was watching Hogan at WrestleMania 9 after Bret Hart and Yokozuna win the title back. Because I'm at that time, what year was that? 93. So I'm 12 years old. So 13 years old. So I'm still like, Hogan's back and he's a champion, you know?
Yep. Well,
I remember running around the house.
Well, that's Bill's first and last time on the show after talking about that comment. I'm gonna go with, you already mentioned it, Bill, and you already said your second one first, but are you talking? Were you when you said the 84? Were you talking about Hogan's when Hogan beat Sheik? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's got to be the first one.
That's another one on mine. It's got to be.
Yeah,
it's got to be. You know what I mean?
I watched that disc one of the DVD that Eddie's got up on his screen there, and that's I mean, it's like the third or fourth match in because there's when he beats Bockwinkel for the title AWA that's on there. But that, I mean, it wasn't that long of a match.
He didn't beat him.
Less than 10 minutes.
He never held the AWA title. He didn't beat him. He held up the title, but then it was like a disqualification. One of the it was a dusty finish.
And can we also like what's a lot of people don't talk about in that match with the end is that he hooked the leg. Hogan never really gave that whole locking the leg and like him kicking and fighting, like he held that for all he had. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Held it for all he had.
Up. It was perfect. Yeah. And Sheik's little freaking pointy boots are in the air. Woo!
Yeah. Because everything after that, like once he dropped that leg, it's done.
That even though WrestleMania 3 was iconic and huge and like him beating Sheik was. And literally, it's like a week after he came back and Backlund went to the back to get him to help him with the Samoans and all that. It was like a week after. And it's like, that started it right there. That was the moment that started this whole WWF train rolling right there. Yeah. It was off to the races after that, man.
Shit, Bill, that's a good call, man.
Yep.
Good one. I didn't even think of that.
I'm gonna throw my third one out there.
Wait, I didn't do my second yet.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
I didn't have my second. My second is going to be, which is more of a personal thing because I just thought it was like crazy, which probably take you guys back. But when he got the earthquake splash on the Brother Love show.
Oh, yeah.
Remember this?
Yeah.
As a kid, I was like, oh my God, like he's gone. He's he just squashed Hulk Hogan. Is he gonna come back? And it was like Hogan sold that so well. As like a 10-year-old kid, I had tears in my eyes watching like on a Saturday morning, noon I think it was, watching Superstars. I'm like, oh my God, like how what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And then he had all of his buddies jump in, to help him as like the weeks went on. Then an earthquake took all of them out. He took out like Tugboat, so then Boss Man had to help him, and it was just like when I was a kid, it was awesome.
Is Superstars on Peacock?
I believe it is, but it's not like they have a very limited amount of episodes.
I have it all on DVD, but it's like second, third generation stuff that I'd love to see, like that 87 year, 88, 89.
They
90
do have
years.
that. They did have that. I remember I watched the first few episodes, and I don't remember who they had commentating. It might have been the Grand Wizard or something. But I was like, the stuff they said, I'm like, oh, you can't put that on TV nowadays. And I'm surprised to hear it on Peacock even. Like, they didn't watch this through and edit this out. Like, okay.
But
yeah, it's cool to watch, though. It's cool to watch a lot of that.
When he took out Tugboat in that angle there, there's two big guys going at it. It was like a freaking natural disaster, man.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Oh, how about that? Funny how things work out, right?
Weird. They probably made up down the line after that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with for my third, probably it's got to be right up there with as far as moments go with the two that we've said already, or with anything we've said so far. Here comes Hulk Hogan. He's coming to save. Oh my God! But whose side is he on? What do you mean? Whose side is he on? When he came out and turned on Savage and created the NWO. I think that's honestly that might be as big as, if not the biggest moment of his career.
That was what
it could
Beach
possibly
Blast
be.
96, right?
Yep.
Bash at the Beach. Yep.
Bash at the Beach.
Bash at the Beach. Yes. And
at the beach, baby.
That would be one of mine. Talk
about immediate heat. The freaking trash that was being thrown in the ring and all that. Oh my God.
The multiple leg drops too. That's what I love the most about it. Like he didn't just give him one. He went off and gave him two more, and just epic moment. Man.
It was great.
Epic.
No, it was great.
What do you got, Bill?
Well, I kind of stooged off my WrestleMania 9 moment. That was big, for me anyways. That's my like personal one. There's a fifth one in there too, if you're going to name them, but I'll let you guys go. I'm sure one of you guys got that, what I've got in my head as one of yours.
I'll go with shit. It started at the Royal Rumble with a little shoulder bump into each other, but then culminated.
He's up to something. What's he doing?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He had a lot of moments. He had a lot of moments.
Nice.
Wow.
He's the man. And what a weird hold on though. But when he laid down for Warrior, he still kicked out at like 2.5. Like he tried to kick out. He's like, you go over, brother. Kinda. I want you to kinda go over. Just so it can put some doubt.
This is what we're gonna do.
Why don't you just lay there like you're dead? That doesn't work for me, brother. Did you guys see
never
go ahead. No, go ahead.
All right, do you ever see those like comedians that like just sit by the water and drink coffee and tell dad jokes?
Oh yeah.
But they no sell everyone.
Yep.
They had a tribute to Hulk Hogan one, and one of them was really upset that Hogan passed away. I wanted him at my funeral. And this guy says, "Oh yeah, why is that?" And he's like, "Because at least I know if Hogan's there, I'd be buried." It's like, oh.
Amazing.
Oh man! Oh, but then they put up like the dedication, like "We'll miss you, brother. We love you."
That's awesome.
You could probably get double the Mount Rushmore for Hogan moments. There's so many.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could.
Oh my god!
I have my fourth one. This precedes everything we've said so far, but we mentioned it. We mentioned it briefly, but we didn't mention it as in the moments in the Mount Rushmore. Him being in Rocky 3.
Yeah,
that catapulted him to be in the national spotlight as opposed to just, if you watch AWA wrestling or if you watch WWF wrestling, whatever, that showed the world who he was.
Yep.
And that catapulted him to coming back to the WWF and then leading on to everything we've said so far. So
helped bridge that gap between
Absolutely.
wrestling and entertainment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Who's got another
That's
one?
a changer. I mean, changing the business, we got him. I don't think there's any really of anything else later. I mean, Hogan, Rock was an unbelievable, thing that could be
that was
huge. One of his huge matches.
On Busted Open, they were calling it the greatest WrestleMania match ever.
Really?
It was. It's actually on my Mount Rushmore because I was there, and at the time, I was burned out on The Rock. The Rock was always on TV, always in our face, Hogan and the NWO I was getting burned out on because we spent so many years watching NWO on WCW, and I remember just like being at WrestleMania and going like, man, I don't want to see another Rock match. I want to see another Hogan match, And then when Hogan came through, I'll never nothing compares. Nothing compares to the feeling. Like you had like 70, I think it was like 73,000 around us, losing their absolute minds, like just going insane to the point where like it was contagious. To where before he went from where he entered onto the stage or onto the ramp till he was halfway there, I was on my feet freaking out with everyone else. It was just so contagious. I mean, that is in essence to me that is Hulkamania.
So you were
feeling that
you were there live. That's great that you were there live because, was it from the get-go or did it turn during the match? It was Hogan's the face, Rock's the heel from the get-go.
When he walked onto that ramp, the whole place just blew up. And I remember looking over, I was with Nolan. I looked over at him, I'm like, what is up with this? And then, he started, walking down, and the place, it never got quiet. And they got in the ring, and I guess, like, when you go to like a house show or you go to a Raw or a SmackDown, when the crowd pops, that's what it was like the entire time he walked to the ring and was in the ring. And then when when the bell rang and he's like, "Let's go," and the crowd popped again, I've never heard anything that electric
Got a
in my
Hogan
entire
pop.
life.
So,
It's
Hogan pop.
beyond a pop. I can't. Yeah, the Road Warriors can, like, say all they want about their pop, but nothing will ever beat that, in my opinion. I've never heard a crowd louder than that in my entire life.
Let me ask you this. Let's take a survey. Hey, yo. Let's take a survey. Was it planned from the get-go, the way that match was laid out, or did they do it on the fly?
I've heard they've done it on the fly, but I couldn't tell you. I mean,
how would they know? I mean, I know that they've said over the years that Toronto was definitely a Hogan town. They knew that, but how can you predict that they would turn on the Rock? You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say
I think
that
it was on the fly. That's my.
I'm gonna say it was on the fly, because like I said, it was the one match on the whole card I didn't care about. By the end of that match, it was the greatest match I had ever been in a crowd for.
Many people,
and I was like by the aisle, first row, up on the bleachers. Like, we had we were a ways away. I've never been a part of a crowd that reacted like that, and
that wasn't even the main event.
It wasn't. No. People left during the main event.
And
that we could see people leaving the building during the Jericho Triple H match. And I was just like, wow, that's sucks. But
do love him, and I agree with a lot of his opinions and his commentary. But Bubba Ray was in the TLC match at WrestleMania 17, and Bubba Ray even said that match is the greatest match in WrestleMania history. The Rock Hogan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it wasn't.
I'm gonna go back and watch it.
He even said that's the great. Now, I
haven't seen it in so long.
I saw a clip over the last couple days, dude. When Rock covers Hogan and Hogan kicks out and does the place goes nuts, and he does the comeback. I firmly believed that after the leg drop, he was beating the Rock. Firmly believed it, and then he kicked out.
I literally had tears like when they did the lockup, and he threw Rock down, and then started doing the poses.
Yep.
The place got so loud, and you felt the place. They say it all the time.
They say
the
it.
place
It was rumbling.
vibrates.
Yep, the place was rumbling.
Literally was, and I had tears in my eyes. Like, you ever get that, like, emotional? Like, I'm like,
yeah,
I'm part of, like, I don't know what this is, but this is the most insane thing I've ever been a part of.
It's gonna be. This is off the cuff.
That to me is Hulkamania.
Yep, off the cuff. Just because you just said that, and I already know what's gonna happen. But raise your hand if you've ever gotten teared up or emotional over wrestling.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Come on, so much to this day. To this day, you know, my son and I went to WrestleMania 40. We watched Cody finish the story. Me, him, and freaking Andrew are bawling our eyes, and we're like, we're like going nuts. It was amazing, awesome.
I think I'm going to take some time instead of watching the stupid reruns of stuff that I watch every day while I'm doing my busy work. I gotta go back and watch some more of these matches. I haven't seen in a lot. The ones that are like the Hogan and Rock and ones that aren't as. People talk about it all the time, but everybody thinks about whenever you see it's Hogan Andre,
Right.
Yeah.
I after this podcast, I almost want to go back and watch Savage Steamboat.
I kind of want to watch Hogan Rock now.
What a great.
Maybe order a pizza and watch Hogan Rock.
Yeah.
I hope that and I know they probably aren't because of the Peacock and Netflix, all that, but I'd love for them to remaster some of this stuff in 4K. These old matches.
That'd
just to
awesome.
get to just preserve them. I'd love to see Hogan Andre in the colors and the way it was supposed to, if you were there watching it. I watched it on pay-per-view, and that was in 87 or whatever that was, but since then you've watched a downgraded videotape up until, the DVDs came out. And now that, you have 50-inch televisions, they look blurry because they're DVDs.
Yeah.
And
Or
That'd
they're
be
like,
great to
or they're like a
actually be
little
able to see
box
the
in the middle
sweat.
because it's not stretched
Yeah.
out because it's so old.
I'd love to have a remastered,
Yeah.
old WrestleManias just to watch those.
Yeah.
Completely off topic. This just popped into my head. As we're recording, I just remembered that that Unreal show debuted today.
Yeah.
No,
As soon as we're done here, I'm going to watch the first episode. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
good
an
call.
episode
Probably
or if
do
it's a whole
that.
thing or whatever, but I'm going to watch that.
Forgot about that.
It's like pulling back the kayfabe, right?
Yeah. Let's talk about
Kind of though. I don't know.
they know they're
All
being, they
work,
know
brother.
they know they're being filmed. It's not like it's secret. They're
It's
secretly
all a work,
filming them,
brother.
Right, exactly.
Lord, brother.
Let me ask you this. Let's talk about, before we wrap up, let's talk about Hulk Hogan theme songs. Which one was the best? We've got Eye of the Tiger.
No question.
We got
There's no
Eye of the
question.
Tiger. We got Real American. We got American Made. We got whatever they decided to pull out of their ass in TNA. Did they use American Made, or was it like a rip-off of American Made?
It was like a rip-off of both Real American and American Made.
Yeah.
There's
It
no-
was called Real American Made.
As Ali could probably contest to, there was also the Hulk Hogan theme song. which
Dun,
was
dun, dun,
on-
dun, 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 dun.
dun. Yes.
That's right.
So that's the worst one. Okay. What?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, look at
The
that.
one we've never
Oh,
heard.
here we go. Take a look. There it is.
On the wrestling album. Which, Rick Derringer just passed away not a couple weeks ago, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was the
yeah.
guy that he produced this record, plus he was the guy who sang Real American.
Yeah.
Which will be has been in our set list since Friday.
Nice.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Amazing.
You gonna do Demolition?
No,
Welcome
because
to Demolition.
we've done Real American before, so we pulled it back out.
That's great, man. That's
I
so
do have
great.
someone here that wants to say something here. Well, let me tell you something, baby. The Hulkster, he was the greatest of all time.
Is that an elite?
Like yeah, absolutely. It was Legends.
Legends,
Literally
yeah.
right before I sat down, I like glanced that way, and there's my shelf. I got all my managers and commentators. I got my women's shelf. I got more Legends on there, and I saw Jimmy back there. I'm like, oh, he's got the Hulkster suit on too. Nice. Says Hulkster. Hulkster on the megaphone there.
They had that figure for remember they had the what were they? Basically they were the LJNs that WCW came out
Yes.
with
Yeah,
like, in
yes.
like 93, and they had
San Francisco
I'd love to
Toy
get the
Makers.
Jimmy Hart. Yeah, San Francisco Toy Makers.
There's actually
I'd love to get the Jimmy Hart like that.
a Jimmy Hart
Yeah.
LJN too, right?
Yes, I
Yes.
had him. Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
know there
with
is
the white
because
coat and the-
my friend Mike Antano says if I ever come to a poker game, it is literally since he's been having them for years, and I've made like 2 because I'm always busy when he has them. I'm telling you right now, if you ever come over and play in one of my poker tournaments and you win, you get the Jimmy. He has a carded LJN Jimmy Hart. He goes, you get that. I don't know why I don't show up to every one just to get
I know.
a chance. to
Tell him I'll show up.
Right, exactly. I'm gonna bring like 10 people and build the odds up here.
I have
Just
a
start counting cards.
the oddest Hogan piece of memorabilia I have is I have a Little League baseball mitt. It's all Hulk Hogan'd up.
Just proof that
What?
what is he? He's the Gene Simmons
That's
of wrestling.
insane. Yes.
He's the Gene Simmons.
I have
wrestling.
weird.
He'll do
I
everything.
have weird stuff. I have George the Animal Steel's kidney stone somewhere in my desk.
What?
That's a story for another Slams and Jams podcast.
Yes, it
That's
is.
a real pisser. Holy cow!
Long story short, a good friend of mine lived next to George the Animal Steel, and George the Animal Steel was a pisser, just a fucking pisser, if you could say that on the podcast. He was a
Yeah.
pisser. And he, as a rib to my friend who knows him, we were trying to do a charity thing and make some money off of this kidney stone. And dude, the thing was a stone. It was a stone.
Whoa!
I'm not
Wait,
I'm not
you're-
kidding.
You're fucking serious? I
it's
thought you were
somewhere
making
in
a
this.
weird joke. You're serious?
There's no joke to this. Now I'll finish this story now.
Is it green?
So
like his tongue?
No, it looks like a stone. It just looks like a stone. And these two,
That's what you get when you
these
like a
two,
stone.
these two halfwits, my buddy and George the Animal Steel, concoct a certificate of authenticity for this thing, and it's signed by
and
George. And I tried to put it on eBay to sell it, but they wouldn't. They considered it a body part. You can't sell body parts on eBay.
Well, it is a body part.
So I have George the Animal Steel's kidney stone
You know what?
somewhere
It's something
in
to
this
be proud
mess.
of.
I had a great
Our friend Jim Diliberto, Billy.
Love Jimmy Diliberto.
This is if you know Jim, this is something that he'd do.
It's awesome.
I had a great George Animal Steel story. It's no longer great. That's great.
There's nothing will ever beat that.
I have one. You remember Nicole, right? Nicole Leo. She was wrestling as Liberty. They had that. Remember the show they had at Vernon Downs?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a show, and she was in the corner of. She was managing as Liberty or Felicity or whatever. She was managing somebody, and whoever she was managing was wrestling George Steele, and he's outside and he's chasing her around. He's like, and he stops. He goes, and he points at her. And he goes, eat.
Yeah.
I just thought it was the funniest shit ever. I'm like, oh, okay, okay.
I asked for his autograph once, and I was like, "Can you sign it to Cowboy Hat Guy?" And he just stops. He looks at me and goes, "What?" I said, "The Cowboy Hat Guy." He goes, "Cowboy what?" I go, "Cowboy Hat Guy." And I grab my hat. I go, "It's my gimmick." He goes, "You don't have a gimmick." And then he signs it to Cowboy Hat Weirdo. So I still have the 8x10
Amazing
picture.
It's a cowboy.
The Cowboy Hat Guy, Cowboy Hat Weirdo.
My George the Animal Steel book that he came out with was signed in my office at my friend's business, Jim's business,
Yep.
custom logo.
Yep.
Stay away from me, George the Animal Steel.
Oh my God, that's great. I got another thing. Oh, I got both of the. I'm looking back. Oh, hold on. We talked about the San Francisco toy makers, NWO, and
Nice. Very
Oh,
nice.
you know what? I brought some other stuff that I was just going to pull up and show, so I might as well do that before we stop. This is kind of a rare and the listen on the podcast and stuff. This is kind of a sought after thing.
Ooh.
The Hogan Flair
wow.
2-pack.
Yeah.
Now, if you look carefully, you probably can't see, but see how he's like discolored?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's kind of like I always thought that like it was in a bin. I have it a bin in the garage or something, and it like got that way.
Sun faded.
Yeah. But that's how they are. That's how they were. I see other people posting them, and they're the exact same way. I'm like, okay.
I'm going to disappear here for just 1 second, guys. Sorry. I got
Sure.
something going on here. Hold on.
I also got Ed both of the Hulk Hogan books.
Nice.
Never
Nice.
read either one of them. Actually, I must have read half of one because I pulled a bookmark out of it.
Bookmark on it. And you'll never know where you left off.
But it wasn't. Unfortunately, it wasn't this bookmark.
Wow.
I love Hulk Hogan.
Of all shit.
I'm a Hulkamaniac
Bullshit
at the top, and it says I love Hulk Hogan. Anyway, oh Jimmy, be careful. One other thing I wanted to show you. Never mind. Oh yeah, this.
Never mind. I broke it.
Never mind. This ringside exclusive, the Storm Collectibles. That's the company that made it. Now, This is a cool story behind this. My friend Sam Barbera, I worked with him at my job. He worked there years ago. And he came in one day. It was shortly after my birthday, which is in August 22nd, if anybody wants to get me something that's listening. He came in, he goes, "Hey, man, I got this for you. Happy belated birthday." I'm like, dude. And he got this ringside exclusive Storm Collectibles Hogan. Like it's not it's not like a Mattel or you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
It's pretty badass, actually.
That's completely unique. Man.
Yeah. And it's
That's
got an extra head, extra hands, kind of like not kind of like Mattel does now. I was showing my buddy Sam, Bill, that got me this for my birthday a couple years ago.
I like that.
Oh, it's
Sorry.
got the American Made T-shirt too.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool,
pretty
man.
cool.
Right.
It's pretty badass.
Right behind this wall is my laundry room, and it sounded like there was a dead body in the laundry room in the
God.
dryer.
You got to make sure you even out your laundry bill. Don't put it all on one side, or shit'll break loose. Happens.
And I
here all the
couldn't.
time.
I was gonna yell, but then I thought it would have been better not to yell and just go do it because I'm on a podcast.
That would have been so freaking awesome. I swear to God, I have a George Steele kidney. So somebody fix the washer.
I gotta find.
Throw a pair of sneakers in there.
I'm going to look for the kidney stone tomorrow, and if I
Please
can
do.
find it, I'll take a picture so we can
and we're
put it
gonna
up.
post
Oh
it.
yeah,
We'll post it up. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's somewhere
Actually,
on it.
we
'cause
might. We may be able to get it up into the episode if you send the picture.
Yeah.
That'll be
We'll
amazing.
put it up.
That'd be great.
That
You're like,
could be fun.
you're just like, but Bill, where are you? Hold on. What are you doing? I'm looking for George the Animal Steele's kidney stone. All right, we're not talking anymore today. Put the
This is all
bottle down
verifiable.
right now.
This is all verifiable
Put
stuff
the
too.
bottle down, brother.
I
got
so good.
You ever see the shit? It's there. The Hogan Rodman 2-pack. You ever see that from Toy Biz?
I remember it. Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
that right up there. I got the
He
Hulk.
tweeted out something nice. Rodman tweeted out something nice.
Did he really?
Yeah,
That's
it was
awesome.
a nice
That's
sentiments.
cool. Nice. I've got the Hulkster playing the red, white, and blue bass guitar, and I've got the Hulk with the. That's fucking badass that they came out with the freaking Hulk with the big cape.
That's the
with
Freddie
white stingray.
Blassie Hulk.
Yeah. And that's another thing I thought of after. I could see him right on that shelf over there. He's freaking. I got Freddie Blassie on that shelf too. I should have pulled him down to set him next to the Hulkster. All right. Not your
Greatest
brother's
to do
here. Not your
The greatest to do it.
the greatest to do it. There'll never be another, and that's not just saying it because we're doing his up. There literally will never be
Nope.
another Hulk Hogan. Not this era, not the next generation, or the one after. There's greats, there's superstars, but there's never ever the. Oh, by the way, and I'll say it just because she's not down here, but like
Did you buy any of the merch?
the new stuff. No, I saw
Yeah,
it
like,
just today if they have it.
I think I'm gonna get the Hulk Rules Forever one.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that one. That's a good one.
I was rewatching because we were gone last night, went to a friend's house. I came back as soon as I get home, I'm watching Raw. Sitting there watching it like 10:30 at night, whatever. I started it late watching it, blah blah blah. And it's the opening segment, and it's like, so here's to Terry Bollea, the immortal Hulk Hogan. And from the other room, Melissa's like, well, he's not immortal anymore. I'm like, get the
Wow.
why gotta ruin a good moment?
Wow. What a dick move.
Eddie Mush from
What a
British Tale.
Dick move.
Eddie Mush.
Unbelievable. All right. The Hulk.
I'd love to come back and do this again.
Oh,
We'll do this.
absolutely,
I'd love to
brother.
come
God,
back.
thanks for
Fun.
doing this with us, Bill.
come
It's
back
been
anytime,
great,
man. Absolutely. We
As long
like
as you
the
do it
more
on
the
like a
merrier.
Monday or Tuesday, I can probably do it.
We usually
Absolutely.
try to
You
do
won't see it. You won't see it till a month later. 'Cause
Yeah, no,
Hey,
I do all the
It'll
editing.
be up
but-
in like 3 weeks, not a month. Like 3 weeks. No, it'll be up. It'll be up within the week.
yeah, we'll have it up by the.
This is what I dread going into video for my podcast because we've just done audio now and it's
trust
been pretty
me.
easy.
Let
to
me
edit.
tell you something right now, Bill.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
are gonna dread it. The hours that I put into this editing of this shit is non-existent. Eddie does it all. I tell him I want to help, but as you could tell in the 15 minutes before we started, why can't I hear anything? What the hell's going on? Dorp. I'm like that Shawn Michaels meme. Dorp.
Yeah.
Remember that when he was on like WWE busted the hype or whatever it was? That's me every time I do this. I should have just like take a screenshot of my setup screen so I know what to go to. So I want to hear something. Anyways, all right, the Hulkster brother, Hulkamania. Literally, Hulkamania will live forever. So too sweet, too sweet.
Yeah, rip 'em.
All right, till next time, Billy. We'll see you again. Come on anytime, brother.
Thanks, guys.
Love you guys. Bye.
Later.